starting a comic shop was a really bad idea. Just ask Dave. He'll tell you all about how the reality of owning a small business, particularly, a comic shop in the bust period of the mid to late 90s, didn't really match up to the fantasy. But a lot of good things came out of that bad idea. There's certainly been other comic shops in this area before and since we got going, but not to be too self-aggrandizing here, but I feel like nothing really quite like the house that Dave built. And I feel like many of the thousands and thousands, tens of thousands, I don't know, people that we've, connected to the books that really sparked their passions, I feel like would be very thankful for that bad idea that my dad had. If I get a little personal for a minute, I know that I am. I mean, yeah, you people still stress me out a lot of the time. And, running a small business in 2021, at least I think it's 2021, not quite convinced that 2020 is over yet, but it tends to mean, having a lot of plates spinning in the air. But at the end of the day, I love comics. That's why I do this. I love being surrounded by them every day. I love getting to talk to everybody that comes in about them. I love being the conduit through which you guys discover all these cool books. But that's not the bad idea that I want to talk to you about today. I want to talk to you about this guy's bad idea. No, not the Valiant Comics Scene birthday party. That was a great idea. Fight me. No, I want to talk about the bad idea that was after getting kicked out of his dream job, after getting kicked out of, the greatest comic company on the planet that he had built, he decided, let's do that again. He decided, well, why don't I just start another comic book company, but this time make it harder on myself. I'll work outside the established system and, try to change the industry from the inside. That bad idea. For those of you who didn't keep up with, interestingly enough, while we were shut down, Dinesh Shamdasani was the key figure in the rebirth of Valiant Comics from 2012 to the very beginning of 2018. Of course, when he went, almost everybody else in the company went, either voluntarily or involuntarily. They all followed him out. And it didn't take him long to get the band back together, and they were all set to launch some new books at the start of this last year, but then COVID happened, shut everybody's plans down for a good while. But they're all set to launch their very first book, ENIAC #1, on March 3rd, and Ground Zero is one of 154 stores across the world that will be carrying it. Now, a couple things about bad idea books. No variants. One book, one cover per book, period. No trades. I know a lot of people love them. I've got bookshelves full of them at home, but I've also got a couple of long boxes under my bed, and Bad Idea is really all about delivering that perfect monthly comic experience to the reader. Speaking of which, no ads, just comics. One per customer. This is a big one. Bad Idea is not interested in, a few guys with spec money buying up percentages on their print runs just to sit on them. They want readers. They want to put out kick-ass comics every month that people want to read. And as you know, if you watch many of our videos, readers are what we've always really focused on here at Ground Zero. We love this stuff. We want you to love this stuff. So we think this is a great idea. And the thing about it is, make no mistake, I haven't seen any of these books in hand yet, but I know these creators, I know these staffers well enough. I know that the enthusiasm and the love that they have put into these books to have complete 100% faith that Bad Idea books are going to be the best books on the stand, bar none. ENIAC #1 is going to be the best comic book that releases in March. And with the big two continuing to prove time and time again that they don't really have our best interests at heart, and DC in particular just causing massive negative disruption to the industry over the past year, we need a revolution. This is it. Don't miss it. Pre-orders close on the 21st. Peace.